All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at the top of the hour. We're back again, 6 p.m. Listen, and we're going to do this again. So let's get started and get going. We're here to start on time so that we might finish on time. My name is Gerald W. Parker. I'll be your presenter for this session. I want to say thank you for joining us. And listen, I promise not to be before you long, but I do promise to provide you with some impactful information and give you enough information where you might be able to make an educated decision to see if what we're sharing with you tonight is a good fit. I'll be willing to bet that you'll say the same. It is a good fit. So once again, welcome, congratulations. Your invitation only exclusive VIP access has been granted. So let's get started. I want to first thank Mr. Emery Moy for being here as well and what he's doing. And we'll get back to that as well as Jay Early and Fernando Ramirez for setting all this up. But guys, let's talk about something that we all are familiar with. We know that the system is broken, right? Most hardworking people are doing everything right, yet they're still failing, but falling behind. And why? Well, think about it. Their income is tied to time. Inflation silently steals purchasing power. Taxes, debt, and banks, they win first. Retirement is uncertain, even for high earners. Now, the question is this: if this system worked, wouldn't more people be financially free by now? I mean, I would think so. So let's talk about the hard truth, right? Working harder is no longer the answer. Saving more doesn't work. Traditional investing takes decades. Most people are one emergency away from financial disaster. So the real problem isn't effort. It's that most people were never taught leverage or how to actually, how money actually works. I mean, you think about that. Now, so what is it that people really want? It's not just money. People want time freedom. I know I'm preaching to the choir now. We want predictable income, peace of mind, the ability to live life on our terms. See, imagine building wealth without working more hours, or taking massive risks, or sacrificing your current lifestyle. What if you could build wealth without using your existing income, without waiting decades, without becoming a financial expert? What if your money worked harder than you? Think about it. This is where everything changes. Now, MWR exists to help you achieve these things: time freedom, financial independence, faster results, and safer and smarter. See, this is risk management expert-driven approach that we take. And this is not theory, ladies and gentlemen. This is a system, and it's already working for thousands of people across this country. So welcome to Make Wealth Real, the only lifestyle legacy company of its kind. Our mission is to create more financially independent families than any company in history. See, most wealth plans require what? More money. Ours creates it. Think about it. No need to drain your savings. No second job required. No financial expertise needed. No guessing or DIY strategies. Do it yourself, right? MWR's wealth system is expert driven and self-funding. Here's the question: how do we do it? This is how. MWR uses a proven four-part self-funding system. First, we shift, right? That's our ability to help you reclaim money that you're already spending. We also help you earn, the ability to create new income streams. Leverage, all right? Multiplying results using experts, teams, and the bank's money. And freedom, the ability to build passive income with appreciating assets. So let's break this down a little further. We talk about the ability to shift, putting more money back into your pocket, right? Our financial experts shift money you're giving to the government, banks, and big business back to you through savings created by, the debt savings, taxes, bills, and our daily purchases. Average member results, $700 to as much as $2,000 a month. Now, I don't know where you are, or it doesn't even matter where you are in your financial life. If we have the ability to put in an additional $2,000 a month back into your pocket from your existing finances, I'll say that's a big deal. And we're going to break these results down a little further, and I'll tell you my story as to how I was able to live the life of my dream because of what you're seeing here today. Now, let's talk about earning, the ability to create multiple streams of income, including recurring monthly income. Now, here's the exciting part for me. The gentleman that hosted this entire event, that set all this up, Mr. Early, right? Resides in Germany. But Mr. Early recently sponsored a man in North Carolina, Mr. Moy, who has, listen, here's where he's at. In 48 hours, guys, 12 members on your team. Look at what this revenue sharing plan does for you. $600 a month. He's done that within 48 hours. And all indication is that he'll hit the next level, 30, 60, 90 people, paying him $1,500 as much as $3,000 a month by tomorrow. Now we've got the mortgage and rent covered. But what does it look like with 480 members on your team? That's a six-figure year income. We've got the ability now to make some real decisions about what we want to do with the rest of our life. Firing your boss may be a good kind of idea at the time. But think about 6,000 members on your team. And personally, I wouldn't care if it took you 10 years to get to that point. Look at what you're taking home, over $1 million a year, and your dreams now become a reality. So income that pays repeatedly for members, you and your team refer just one time. Think about doing the work right one time and getting paid on it over and over again. See, this is how you use leverage to accelerate and multiply your income. Now let's talk leverage, the bank's money. See, the wealthy don't use their money to invest. They use other people's money. Now, MWR Fundable 360 is an optional program, but look at what it offers. A minimum of $50,000 in guaranteed ongoing unsecured business funding. Think about it. No collateral, no personal guarantees, no personal credit risk. Recognized as the premier business funding system by Forbes Magazine, Inc. 5000, Entrepreneurs Act Magazine, and a host of other publications. So now we talk freedom, beyond appreciation. Introducing America's first and only silver rental program. Now, guys, this is where it gets real exciting. At MWR, silver isn't just a way to store value, all right? It works for you. Think about passive income. Your silver actively works to create a consistent flow of monthly income. Not only that, this opportunity is exclusive to MWR. Nowhere else in the country or in the world, for that matter, you can get this access. High yield silver rental agreements you can't get anywhere else. So, someone said you're in the right place at the right time. I have to agree with them. But let's break this down a little further as far as how silver works and what it can do for you when it's working. The ability to earn up to 2% monthly, that's 24% annually, benefit from asset appreciation, no risk, guys, no headaches, no skills needed. Tangible, liquid, real assets that you own. Very simple system. Click to buy, click to earn, and get paid. Now, MWR's complete self-funding wealth system, let's just recap. Shifting money back to you from the banks, the government, the big business, $700 to as much as $2,000 a month. The ability to earn income, $150 to as much as $450,000 a month. Leverage, $50,000 in guaranteed business funding. Freedom, silver assets that can appreciate and pay you passive monthly income at the same time. Guys, savings, income, funding, and assets all in one ecosystem. Never been done before, only here at MWR. Now, we're going to encourage you to join our community, be a part of what we're doing. And getting started is quite simple. Option one, the membership only, $159.95. That's about the price of a cup of coffee a day. You get the savings, you get the silver, access to silver, you get the experts, no contract to sign, and it includes a spouse. Option two, business and membership. $259.95 to start. 100 of that $259 is a one-time business setup fee. Your ongoing expense is $159.95 per month. Once again, the price of a cup of coffee a day. Now, business income streams, what you've got access to, full membership access, business system sites, training, and support. But let's just hold here for a moment and talk about this $259.95 investment that you'll make into yourself. What are you doing? You actually have just partnered with the fastest growing financial strategies company in the country. That's MWR. Not only that, that $259.95 investment puts you and I in the middle of a multi-trillion-dollar year industry. What is the topic of conversation with everybody that you know now and that always has been? It's about money. We're in the money business. So it puts us right in the middle of the game, and you and I have the ability to bring to the table the solution to the problem that 98% of the people in this country are facing. So we say start where you're comfortable, right? You can upgrade at any point. So let's talk decisions now. We've got to ask ourselves some very serious questions. One, can what I'm doing right now outperform MWR's wealth plan without any risk, based on what you've just seen? Question two, if nothing changes, will I be financially free in 5 years or less? Now that would hurt, but think about that. These are serious questions. Now, if either answer is no, your decision is already made. And I say at this point, if not MWR, then what? And if not now, then when? Because we know the time is now. There's no perfect time, never has been. There's only now or later. and later usually cost you time, money, and leverage that you and I can never get back. So what are your next steps? Get back with the person that invited you to this platform, your MWR director. They've got a link that they can forward you and get you plugged in immediately. Now, the thing is, what you'll need to do next is choose a path. Decide whether the membership or the business and membership is right for you, and then plug into the system. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. Start leveraging MWR's proven system to build wealth and time freedom. Guys, before I close out, I mean, I'd be remiss without sharing with you my story as it relates to MWR, what this platform has done for me, the life-changing experience that I've had. I started with MWR 8 years ago, plugged into their systems. The experts did all the work. Here are the results. All right. The tax experts got me back $350 a month, money I saw in my check 2 weeks later. Pretty impressive, right? The credit experts increased my credit score by 128 points. The investment consultants put me onto an investment vehicle that has me retired in 10 years versus 25 had I stayed with my old 401k. And not to mention the revenue share plan, the business opportunity itself put me in a position to start generating enough income to walk away from a $65,000 a year job to do this full time. And all I did was plug into the system and the expert did the work. Guys, honestly, it is that simple. If there was ever a chance for us to win, now would be the time. So if what you've seen and heard thus far is enough to get you to say, hey, I want to be a part of this, let me welcome you to this team. Let me welcome you to this process, this movement, this legacy. This everything that is happening now has the ability to affect so many people, and you can be a part of it. So once again, welcome to Make Wealth Real. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is where lifestyle and legacy connect. But listen, before I leave you, I've got a special guest that would like to just say something prior to that person coming on at 8 o'clock. He wanted to be a part of this one at 6, so we gave an opportunity to be here. None other than the CEO and founder of MWR, this incredible opportunity, the gentleman that God gave the vision to, Mr. Brian T. House. Brian, are you with us, sir?
Hey, buddy, I'm with you. Can you hear me?
I'll stop the screen share. I'm here. Listen, man, we are so excited to have you here. Thank you. I know you were scheduled for 8 o'clock, but I asked you to do us a favor and show up at 6 if you would, and you did, sir, as you always do. God bless you for that. Thank you.
Oh, no, my pleasure, Gerald. And listen, your story, I don't really need to say anything. Your story kind of tells it all when it comes to what MWR can do for people. But, I was talking to our managing partner before I got on here, Adamo Tolson, and he brought up something really important. And for anybody that's a guest on here, I want you to think about these three things about what you just heard, and one of them, does this make sense? Does this make sense? The other thing is, can I do this? That's extremely important. The other thing is it real? Is what we're talking about real? Well, I think you just made the point, Gerald. It's real. I mean, for a guy that was able to walk away from a $65,000 a year job, your story is amazing. Okay. By being able to plug into this and let the experts do the work for you. But here's what I want everybody to understand. You heard a lot of information here in a very, very short period of time. And it's designed to help you make an educated decision. That's what it's designed to do. Okay. You're not supposed to know everything. And the great thing about our company, you don't have to, because experts do the work for you. That's the whole point. Nobody wants to go get a complete financial education anymore. They want to plug into a system that does the work for them and helps them accomplish the goals they want to accomplish in life. And what's the main goal for people, Gerald? To me, it's time. People want their time back. They're busy. And you said it in the presentation. They're working hard. They're doing everything right. Yet we still live in a country where 80% of the population is still living paycheck to paycheck. So they're constantly trading time for money and never really getting ahead. Never really getting ahead. Well, that's the whole purpose of MWR. Okay. It's to solve that problem and do it in a way that's faster, smarter, and safer than anything else out there. Now, there's one other thing that you heard in this presentation that I think is important, extremely important to point out. And you heard something about silver rental agreements. And Gerald, I know from talking to literally hundreds and hundreds of people. People have no clue what that is. Well, guess what? You're not supposed to have any clue what it is. You know why? Because it's never been done before. We are the only company on the planet that has made it to where the average person, everyday person, can now turn silver into a monthly or a passive monthly income producing asset that outperforms virtually everything out there, whether it's crypto or Forex or stocks or real estate, anything. I'm a big real estate guy. Gerald, I'll give a quick example about how powerful our silver rental agreements are. Okay. We've got a gentleman, Randy Christensen, plugged in. He bought $100,000 worth of silver. Guys, you don't have to do that. You can start with just 1 ounce. Okay. Bought $100,000 worth of silver. He's making almost $1,200 a month on that $100,000 worth of silver. Now, if he'd have taken that same $100,000 through our silver rental agreements, if he'd have taken that same $100,000 and bought a piece of real estate, Gerald, you know I've dealt with real estate for years. Okay, well, he might get a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house that he could rent out for about $850 a month. Then he has tenants and toilets and taxes and insurance and maintenance and headaches and all the things that go along with real estate. And that $850 a month then turns into $550 a month in cash flow. He's making $1,200 a month on an asset compared to $550 a month on another type of asset that has been the go-to for wealth building for generations. Okay. It's been the go-to. Real estate has. We're doing something that is outperforming what that can do. And you get to take advantage of the appreciation too. If you don't know what is going on with silver, go Google it. Just go Google it. Last year alone, silver literally increased in value by 162%. We have something happening that has never happened before in history, and we're in front of this wave with the only way that people can earn passive monthly income off of silver, and not just any income, but institutional income, not consumer income. What do I mean by that? I mean, you're getting paid by the institutions that were the only ones that were able to participate in this before MWR. You're getting the same type of returns they're getting. Gerald told you, up to 2% per month. And it could be even higher coming up with our next agreement that comes out in July. So I wanted you to understand that. The last thing I'm going to address with you, because I know we had some guests on here that showed up maybe a little bit late. I wouldn't recommend you show up late, or you wouldn't have your guests show up late at 8 o'clock. Okay. They'll want to get all of this information. But here's what's so exciting to me is that I just told you almost 80% of the population is living paycheck to paycheck. They don't have money to buy silver. They don't have money to buy anything except what it takes for them to be able to support their current lifestyle. That's it. The great part about MWR is that we create the money they need in order to be able to achieve the end goal of passive income and freedom, time freedom. Okay. We have experts that shift their money back to them from the government, banks, and big business. An opportunity for you to be able to share this where you can make all the money you want or need to make. Okay. And access to the bank's money. Whether you're a business or not, we can get you positioned for business funding that's guaranteed at $50,000 or more. Okay. All of which can be used to buy assets, silver, income producing assets that can create a passive residual or passive income for you on top of the residual that you can make for just being a blessing to other people. Okay. Through MWR. I don't know about you guys, but that excites the heck out of me because we're doing something that has never been done before in history. We're providing solutions to the biggest challenges in people's lives, which most of them revolve around finances. And we're doing it faster, safer, and better than has ever been done before in history. Okay. So with that, here's what I'm going to recommend. First of all, if you're a guest on here, get back to the person that referred you, get set up and get on the phone, send a text, talk to everybody you know and tell them to get on this 8 o'clock Zoom, our last one of the night, tonight at 8 o'clock. I know it's Saturday night, and I want to say this for all of you that are on here right now. You know how hard it is to get people on a Zoom on a Saturday at 6 o'clock or at 4 o'clock or at 2 o'clock. I want to commend the leaders that are on here, but I also want to commend all of you if you're a guest or whatever, because you did something where most people are paying attention to a ball game or something like that. You're doing something that can make a difference in your family's life and in your family's future. And so I want to commend you guys for that, because I think it's absolutely awesome that you would be committed to your success enough to take the time on a Saturday night to do that. But you know what? There's a bunch of other people out there that need us too. And I highly recommend you get them on at 8 o'clock. So with that said, Gerald, hey, thanks for having me on here. Fernando, I'm going to give a special shout out to Jay Early. Obviously him and Embry Moy, special shout out to Embry Moy. 48 hours in the business, and he's already a 2-star executive director making $600. That's not even counting all the upfront money he's making, Gerald. It was just, all we showed was the residual, $600 a month. But I want to commend him, and that is just absolutely awesome. But I'll tell you what that tells you. If he can do it, so can you. Absolutely. And some of you may be able to do it at 8 o'clock, okay? If we get enough people on the phone or on the Zoom at 8 o'clock. So with that said, guys, have a great night. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, everybody. Gerald, you too. And we'll see you at 8 o'clock.
Good deal. Good night, sir. Thank you.
Good night.